Out of water. I need to like, How do people do this? These people call in all cool, calm, and collected and stuff.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studios. It's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. Thanks for joining us. Open phones. Starting off this hour is going to be Katie in Alabama. Hey, Katie, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Okay, how are you doing? Don't say better than I deserve because that's not your lawn.
I'm alright today. I'm a little interested in what's about to happen.
She's interesting, folks.
I'm not good at being concise with my words, so I'm a little worried. Hey guys, welcome back to the
Dave
vlog. Are you gonna
Ramsey
be in
Show.
it?
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, this is a vlog. Like we should probably introduce the vlog.
Sorry. Are you nervous?
I am actually a little bit nervous, and I'm more nervous. So we're really bad at introducing these videos. We're about to have a phone call on the Dave Ramsey Show, the radio show that is also on YouTube and podcasts and everywhere else. So if y'all aren't watching and listening to Dave Ramsey, there's multiple ways to do it. But so y'all know we've been doing this debt series thing since like January for the past few weeks, and we've also talked about our difficulties selling our house and some struggles and questions we've had. There have been several questions we've had along the way that were like, what would Dave do? And most of them I feel like I can like Google search and find where he's previously answered the question. In our current situation with our house and our debt and everything else, I feel like I can't find like a straight answer, and he's very big into real estate, and I feel like he might have a good perspective on this for us as to whether we should put more money into like doing some updates on our house in order to help it sell, or just keep lowering the price, or take it off the market, or what should we do?
We kind of had this revelation or this topic of video a few videos back. I can link it if I remember up here in the iCard. We even said that day in that video, we should call Dave. And then realized he was out of town, he was overseas, and just got back this week. So in the meantime, ended up reaching out to a contact, and they have been so generous and thoughtful to coordinate all this. So we're excited to.
Yeah, so we have somebody that reached out to us from the Dave Ramsey team, like when we first kind of started this series. We kind of stayed in touch. He's a super nice guy and has been helpful along the way. So we were like, hey, anything we should know if we're gonna call? Like when's the best time or whatever? And he said, let's just line it up so that we can get y'all on. So they had us condense the question a little bit because like I said, I'm not good at, like I was like, so let me tell you the whole story. And it was like 3 paragraphs, not really. But so I have a short question to ask, and I don't know, people in the comments yesterday when we said we were gonna do this were like, just be prepared, he can be mean, like whoever's gonna be the one talking to him, be ready to be like called dumb and stupid. And I was like, well, I mean, we know we've made dumb decisions, so it's fine, I can take that. I just feel like I don't want to be like, I hate phone calls and stumbling over my words and like people interrupting each other. And
you may talk to him?
No, because you'll be like, hey man, what's up? You want to hang out? Like, let me tell you about my my best party story or something. I don't know. I don't know. I want to make sure that I don't forget anything, or like, I don't know.
We got everything written out, and
there's people that I hear call in and I'm like, wait, hang on, they were trying to say like some other relevant information, but I don't know.
He's very good at what he does, and he gets the full picture, and he can like even tell like before they even ask, like, so I assume you're separated or divorced, or I assume all that debt is from, the rest of it's from loans, or I assume you got an inheritance. Like, I'm like, how did you know that? Like, he grasped the whole like life story in 2 seconds. It's pretty interesting. So I'm interested to see what he grasps from this. I'm
less worried about like him telling me something I don't want to hear than I am feeling dumb for like talking too much.
No,
that's my life. I always feel dumb for talking too much.
He's good at cutting people off too. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You always know when he cuts people off because he'll just go on his like last sentence, and I'm like, oh, he cut them off a long time ago.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, and I've always wondered, I'm like, what happens to those people? Like, did they get to say bye? Or like, did they get sent back to the person that's like managing the calls? Or what happens to him? He's gonna be like, okay, you know what? No, you just, you need to sell everything and go live in a cardboard box.
It's funny because now that he is back in town, all the people that I do follow that work with him over at the show are posting like he's back, and it's just, he has that like dad or father figure presence, I feel like.
Everybody's been partying and now they're like, oh,
they're like, oh
get
crap,
back on your
daddy's home. no, get back on your computer. It's gonna be interesting. So
I'm excited.
it'll
I'm
be
just
coming
really
up in the next clip.
interested to see what he has to say.
Yeah, here we go.
Maybe we'll have a decision.
We'll be back after the call here in just a minute and kind of recap how our thoughts and feelings on everything, on how it went. So hope y'all tuned in, and if you did, leave a thumbs up and a comment, and I'm gonna go tweet it now. So here we go. Our call with Dave Ramsey. And we don't need no alley cat running around crazy. Oh, look, she's about to attack Whitaker. Uh-oh. You're hearing
There's gonna be somewhere quiet. I'm like, we got 4 pets.
I'm gonna check the live stream.
No water. I need to like, How do people do this? These people call in all cool, calm, and collected and stuff. Deep breath. My cat is so crazy. Why are we recording already? Hello. Hey. Yeah, sure. That's totally fine. Alabama. Okay, great. Sounds good. Thank you. She said they're on a break right now. I'll be back in about 6 minutes and I'll be the first call.
Oh, so you're on hold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be the first 2 o'clock call. So I assume when he picks up, that's gonna be it. I gotta be ready.
I want to go listen in here. Don't be nervous, just talk to him like he's your friend.
Hey, how's it going?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I have a question. My husband and I are in baby steps 2, and we are trying to sell our house.
It's been on the market since July. We did have a contingent contract, but it fell through in December. We relisted with new realtors in January. We've had about 30 new families come through, but no offers yet. We have dropped the price significantly, but we've been advised that some updates and upgrades might help. We're just wondering, should we pause our debt snowball to cash flow some of the upgrades and cosmetic repairs, or just keep lowering the price?
Why are you selling?
We kind of made a dumb decision and bought way too much house a couple years ago. Our mortgage is about 40% of our take-home pay, so we need to get out of it.
And how much is it on the market for?
It is currently listed for $599.
What did it start at back in the day when you first started in July?
In July we started at $695. So
You dropped it $100,000.
Yes, and we purchased it for $640. So we did overprice it a bit in the beginning, but
When did you
we
buy
realized
it?
that was a big mistake. We bought it in April of 2017.
Okay. Yeah, you had it overpriced. And now you've probably got it priced correctly. What updates are they suggesting and what do they cost?
Kitchen appliances. All the appliances are original to our house. It's like a 1989 house. Doing some like landscaping. We need some new sod and those types of things. But the primary thing is the kitchen
So
appliances.
you bought it 2 years ago, 3 years ago for $640,000 with those exact same things.
Yep. Yes, and we've done a $20,000 master bathroom renovation in the meantime as well. So.
I mean, you bought it for $640,000 as is.
Right.
With the existing kitchen appliances and with the current yard condition, unless the yard's gone downhill while you owned it.
Yeah, no, it hasn't really. Yeah, no, we realized we overpaid for it a bit ourselves too.
Yeah.
It was appraised for $648 though, so you know, at the time it didn't seem
So
like
my point is that those things were not necessary for you to buy it.
Correct.
And that's making me think here. So what would you spend to do those updates? Do you have a budget on that?
I mean, considering kitchen appliances, just to do that, probably $5,000.
What would you spend on the sod?
I honestly have no idea. I'm not really sure how much.
Let's call it $10,000. Well, how much debt do you have left?
82,000.
And what's your household income?
We just around 100,000 a year.
Yeah, I think you need to sell it as it is.
Just keep lowering the price, and
Well,
we're pretty close to taking a loss at this point.
Well, you're already taking a loss over what you paid for it.
Yeah.
What do you owe on it?
We owe 547 still.
Yeah, we barely gonna get out then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
We
can't
don't really
really
want to do a short sale.
I would rather put 10,000 in it than put 10,000. Write $10,000 to the mortgage company because it didn't do the repairs. So if you want to stop and do them, you can do them. It's kind of on the bubble, but I always question this because, you know, it's always interesting to me. The realtor will jump in and take the listing and give you the pricing, and then when they can't get it sold, they come back later and go, well, you should do this. It's like, you know, I always want to look at them and go, why don't you do your job and sell this freaking house, you know? And so there's some of that, but there's some reality to their request too, because, you know, maybe the market is not as hot as it was when you bought.
Right.
In the current, you know, the current environment is a little slower maybe than it was in 17. That's very possible, you know, in your area. So.
And we've had some new construction around us too, so that's added some competition for sure.
But I think I would set a reasonable low budget and get that done really fast, and then I would be up in my realtor's grill and go, get this thing sold. If I do this stuff, you better get it sold, you know, now.
Yeah.
You know, and so, are you working with one of our endorsed local providers?
No, we are not.
Okay. All right. If the realtor you have is not selling 20 or 30 or 50 houses a year, you probably have the wrong realtor. That's the other thing. Because there's about 80% of the people that have real estate license know how to put the stuff into the MLS and put a sign in the yard, and they think that's marketing.
Right. That was our old realtor. We did switch.
And the other 20% make all the money and sell all the houses. It's the Pareto principle, and it applies in real estate. 20% of the real estate agents in America sell 80% of the houses. And so that's who you want to be working with, is someone in that category. I don't know if you are or not. If you're working with one of our ELPs, you would be, because we don't let people be in our ELP program where we endorse them unless they're high-octane, high producers. And that you might get a different answer from that person rather than, oh, would you fix this stuff so I can sell your house? Ugh, it drives me nuts. I understand it could be true, okay, so you may need to do it, but you need to think about, too, do you have the right realtor? That's the other question. Hey, thanks for the call.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know. Put it on speaker.
I am looking at a potential business partnership.
I guess you have a
with
full radio.
competitors in town. We both run successful businesses,
Just hang up, yeah.
and we've been thinking about.
Okay, so I got like all red and hot. I was like sweating. I was like, what do I say? I don't know. Do I interrupt him and tell him we just got new realtors and they're really good? And
I know, I was over going, say we just got a new realtor.
I didn't want to interrupt though.
Oh no.
And then I also wonder at what point he cut me off because like, I don't know if he could even hear me at the end. And I was like, yeah, we just did get a new realtor. Because I think, like, you know, he like cuts off your audio and then he says what he wants to say.
No, because he talked to you at the very end.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, thanks, bye.
I feel like I can't breathe right now. I just was like,
good.
Well, because I was like, I feel like he's wondering what else is he supposed to tell me. He's like, I don't know. Do what you want to need to do. I don't know.
That was good. I mean, I think what he said was good as far as.
It's almost like I'm like, okay, well, we have permission. Like, I want to pay off the debt, but I also am like, if we could make some upgrades, like get a couple new things, maybe not like redo the whole yard. And I think it would help to do the yard stuff, like put down some new sod and do all that. But if we at least replace some kitchen appliances.
Oh, but that's just putting money into something that somebody may not potentially like. They may hate Whirlpool or Maytag if we put that in, you know, and then they don't buy the house because I don't like that brand. Versus like giving them an allowance towards the closing and say, y'all do it yourself. I was hoping to get off the phone and be like, you know, he gave us a definite answer on what we're supposed to do, and he was like, well, I mean, you just have to decide if you want to.
But I think it was.
I don't know if he knew, understood the difference in the realtor change.
Right,
and
right.
Like the.
Yeah, our new realtors, it's a world of difference as far as, you know.
And I think they do sell 30 to 50 homes a year.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
So.
Definitely. So it's, you know, I didn't want to like interrupt and be like, no, they're good. We have a new realtor and they're great. But I think as far as his advice though on set a specific budget and say, like, kind of look at the numbers and say, okay, if we spend this much, then we definitely aren't going to be able to drop the price below here. You know, say $5,000, which I'm also just like, where the heck am I going to get $5,000 in a minute? But he did make a good point too about paying $5,000 to put it into upgrades versus paying $5,000 just to the mortgage company, where only $500 of that goes towards the, you know, the principal balance or whatever, the payoff amount.
That's true.
So
invest in the actual sell.
But in the meantime, you still got to make your $3,000 a month freaking mortgage payment.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like with the new good market season coming up in May, and I have so many questions, but I just didn't want to keep interrupting him and be like, but I mean, what about this?
Yeah.
Y'all know how I am. I'm like, and then this question.
I need to watch it back. I want to do it again.
I got my workout for the day. I like burned up all my calories just now with my anxiety level of like not feeling like I'm saying the right thing or knowing what I'm gonna say. But
I know.
It's a hard thing too, because he's like, well, you know, what's your yearly income? And I'm like, well, 3 years ago it was, you know,
when we bought the house,
$100,000 more than it is now.
Yeah.
I guess it just kind of comes down to what we want to put our energy and our money into, because
sorry, I'm just reading all these tweets and stuff that just came through. Jeez. Thank y'all for listening and tuning in
again.
if you did.
I know, Ellie texted me and said they just listened.
I saw Jared and Louise tweeting. I wanted, yeah, there's just so many more questions.
I know, I'm like, I hate that I didn't have a whole hour to talk to you. Like, listen, Dave, I got a couple questions. Everybody on the internet says we got to sell our car today.
I got a podcast, Dave, if you want to come on for an hour and just chit chat, you know, like man to man, like, you know.
Cullen, we were talking about, well, we didn't even really talk about who was going to do the call. Cullen was like, you're going to do it because you're the nerd and you're going to know all the answers to the money questions. But I was like, well, yeah, if you get on there, you'd be like, hey, what's up? Let me tell you about this little story from back in my day.
All right, that's it. That was the Dave Ramsey call for today.
That was our call to the Dave Ramsey show. Maybe one day we'll call and ask all y'all's burning question about the car, because so many of y'all have differing opinions on that. I guess we need to seriously consider what we're gonna do. Considering our price range. And
I saw right before Katie went on, they were interviewing Kelly. Shout out to Kelly. She was one of the ones that coordinated, and Zach from the Dave Ramsey show.
Yes.
Thank you, Zach and Kelly, for helping us
yes,
get on the line there.
Y'all
but
are awesome.
Oh man, that was nerve-wracking.
Now I'm gonna lay down.
We gotta look at our budget and figure out
just kind of decide whether we want to.
what
Yeah,
we need to do.
I mean, because the extra, the amount we're putting towards debt right now, aside from minimum payments that we have to keep making, at this point is about like $1,000 a month. So, I mean, we could sell some things and get the $5,000, but then again, it's like, you're not gonna be guaranteed that you're gonna sell it. We have furniture that we're planning to sell once we move into a smaller house, but like, we don't wanna sell it right now because you wanna.
I got that drone, I got that fish tank, cups and plates and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a banana peel over there on the counter.
Can't we go buy donuts and sell them or something?
Yeah.
Doesn't Krispy Kreme do
You can
fundraisers?
sell Girl Scout cookies.
I could.
We could make them here and then you
Make
call
some
them
cookies.
Girl Scout cookies and spell it like G-U-R-L, like girl.
My brain is so fried now from like the anticipation of that. Okay. Thank y'all for watching.
That was fun. See you at OTMS.
Give it a little say bye.
Bye.